Welcome back everyone for another Evertail video. So in this gameplay video, I just have her at level 100, 180 weapon, and like a SSR out of artifacts. So kind of like before, I just wanted to kind of show some gameplay footage of certain interactions or things that I thought were really interesting and things that I kind of wasn't sure about or like wanted to test out. So first off, you can see I have her in a team with a whole bunch of guards, kind of like showing that her revenge passive doesn't always trigger, and it's like about a 25% depending on like how many reinforcements you have, but it doesn't always trigger. But when it does, it is very nice. So like for that one, didn't trigger anything, but the really interesting part is what I guess can trigger it in this clip in particular. So if you just keep watching, you see they're gonna kill that guard off, they're gonna get a third one, and then keep an eye on the bottom copy, like the very first original copy of her. So HP is getting low, gets put to sleep, and it actually gets killed, and she gets another revenge passive off of her own self. So I think that's really interesting. That's really cool, because she could potentially just constantly, if she gets lucky enough, this means that she could potentially just keep using the revenge doppelganger on herself, and it could technically go like as many times as you get lucky. The odds are really low, but it's just really interesting to think about, like that possibility is there. And then another interaction I was kind of curious about is for Storm Jonah Arc and like Dark Jonah Arc and all these other characters that essentially have the revivals, if they could potentially trigger the revenge passive. And it took a while since getting the AI to kill Jonah Arc instead of her. It took a long time, and the 25% chance, but found out you can trigger the passive, and then you can just potentially just use Holy Revival or Unholy Revival on the copy and kind of like just loop that technically. And then same thing goes for Dark Reina. So you could have doppelgangers on doppelgangers on more doppelgangers technically. Like if you can have Reina doppelgangers on top of her doppelgangers, and theoretically you could just have as many doppelgangers as you want, which is, I think it's a really cool interaction, and it could have a lot of potential. But again, it's a probability chance, and it took me several recordings and videos just to like get the revenge passive to trigger. Yeah, that and just a lot of skipping, and just like it's just very specific scenario, and you're just hoping. In this case, because Reina has a doppelganger unlocked, her threat level goes up, so it was kind of easier to kill her off. And then I got lazy and I got impatient, but they still killed her, thankfully. So like it still showed that you can trigger it off of a different doppelganger and get a revenge doppelganger passive. And then for this one, it was kind of more an interaction of who gets the revenge passive first. Is it Storm Journal Arc or the new unit, the Doppelganger passive revenge? And so in this clip, it is Storm Joan Arcs. However, I think it's based off of the TU and whose turn is going to be next, because you do get both. Like you can see in the reinforcements, you do get both. But if you keep watching my first raid video over here, like I just showed you the team I'm working with. If you keep watching this, it flips the other way in the sense of, so Storm Joan Arc takes a move, Lightblood dies, and then she gets Doppelganger, and Storm Joan Arc gets the reinforcement next. So I thought that was kind of an interesting interaction there. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
ここまで 見ててくれた。ごめんなさい。攻撃来客。
じっとしていろ。
眠りを変質か。
放棄する。
そしてこのくらい。これで終わらせる。
見ていたのは俺。ここでやるとは。
神の御肌の力です。立ち去るがいい。間に合わない。ごめんなさい。私がやらなければ。アイドルになりましょう。
才の芽が育っていく。
まだみんな聖なる忘れ。見えたわ。攻撃来客。
じっとしていろ。
この薬草で
じっとしていろ。
こうしてこのくらい守るべき者のために。
見ていたのは
あるぜ世界全部壊してみる。
ここでやるとは。
全部壊してみる。神の御旗の力です。攻撃来客。こうしてこのくらい。
おお。才の芽が育っている。
私ははい希望は絶対立ち去るがいい。申し訳ございません。浄化の力を与え攻撃来客。あなたを倒す。いつか私にしては頑張っ世話が焼けるね。チクッとします。
下がって。
ダメ。ワクワクしますわ。見ないでください。
力になるわ。
楽しんでますか。
犬を味方に。
そこです。これは罰ですわ。手加減しないよ。はい、つなぎます。やや。ごめんなさい。守ってみせる。なんなん。
今日はついてない。
私がやらなければ。少し遊びたくなかった。
好きにさせるわけには。
見せつけてあげる。やりますよ。もう一回。なんお色直しと静かになさい。始めてはいけなかった。隙を見せちまい